for destruction, man. You know? And then on spiritual, yeah.
I think it was a Brazilian as well.
But that's what's gonna happen in the time of trouble. You're gonna have people jumping off buildings, getting guns, whap, and you ain't dying, man. Because the Lord's gonna preserve you, man.
What that happened in Revelation 9. It speaks about they shall see them obviously in World War I. Yeah, them guys seeking death and they couldn't find them. Because some things are worse than death, man.
Yo, man, 7
Seattle Snake.
Oh yeah, him.
The Lord didn't kill him.
Yeah,
he made him suffer.
I think I heard a brother say he fell from 5 stories.
Yeah.
And he and his lower extremities, which was using to commit adultery, he couldn't use it no more. And guess what? He's saved in his wheelchair to melt, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why the scripture says the terror of the Lord will persuade men.
Yeah.
If I can make a point.
That's terrible.
There was one testimony made by a brother in the States, and he was saying one guy fell out of he fell out of a skyscraper and then the wind blew him back in.
Oh, yeah.
He fell a little bit and then went back in, you know.
Yeah, that's some crazy, bro. That's the. Hey, that's
the thing is, it's like
angels like what?
No, get back. Because the thing is like with the healing thing as well. Seeing is believing. You have people where you have video evidence of shit, and they might say, oh, special effects or something. So it's like, imagine even then. That's why it's like you can have raw, unedited footage from 20 different iPhones. Yeah. Also, nah. Yeah. That's the level of a scoffer, man. Okay. So, you know, hey, that's a beautiful thing, man. Because, like, to get this, it's really not as simple as show it. Because the thing is, you're going to have people see that and be like, yo, I believe. Yeah. And then they're good. Yeah. But then you're going to have the flip side, man. Because it's like, I think it's Isaiah 29? So unless they should see what it is and
can't.
Convert and be healed.
I have a precept though.
Go on.
This is John 14 and 12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, he shall also do. He shall do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father.
Yeah, that's it. So the works, and the thing is, Yahawashi was healing man's, brought Lazarus back from the dead. He rose. You know, fed the 5,000, fed the 4,000 as well. That's Yahawashi did all these great things, and he said we're gonna do greater. So hey, that means it's gonna get to the point where some epic, legendary events are gonna be taking place. And in the internet age, that shit, the thing is like, with live, like, you got people that their life is just going around all day, filming themselves, living life. So you could have like, and this the thing is like, Oxford Street is one of the biggest, like, busiest places in the world. So you could just have someone walking down, recording, and just, oh shit. Then like 10 million hits.
Yeah, which could FaceTime and their missus back home or something.
Oh shit. That's you know, and that's spectacular, man.
Yeah, that's right.
But oh yeah.
Isaiah 6 and 9, and he said, "Go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not."
That's it. Hear ye indeed. And the thing is that's how epic it is. It's to the point where you're gonna see it, but then it's like you're just gonna be like, nah. And the thing is you see that when Yahawashi was around, man. It's one precept, I need to find it, man, where it's like, but I'll look for that in a sec. But it's more or less, that's the Lord's got it, where there's certain people, they're just sealed up in spirit, man. They have all the spirituality, I would say of a stone, but we're lively stones. They have the spirituality of a piece of dog shit.
It says, made the heart of this people fat, and made their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed.
Yeah, because the thing is getting this thing. Hey, if you're called and chosen, getting this thing ain't that hard. Bro, it's like, man will watch one vid and be like, yo, oh shit, real?
Sense, you know?
Like, yeah. Then like you find that 24 hours have passed. You've not left your laptop screen. And then you're just like, wow, yo, this is firm. And then you got guys that they watch all them videos, but all they can do is put some scuffs on the bum.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of these guys are hella he's got hella diligent, man.
You might slip on one word, This guy, you would think, nah, you never, bro. That guy's got that kit repeated.
Yeah, yeah.
These scoffers have the power to watch our video in 5 minutes, man.
Yeah, for real.
I don't know how they've already said at point 55 minutes in, you said this. That video is got uploaded,
Video's been up like 20 minutes.
20 minutes, bro.
That's
Scoffers did it.
yeah. But hey, that's how it is, man. The Lord's basically set up where, hey, there's man. The thing is that's the beauty of like guys coming in at the 11th hour, man.
Yeah.
Because hey, if it gets to the point where miracles are happening, and the thing is like just another example is in nature there's certain things that are miraculous, but then Esau will try and quantify it to like a bruv, the fact that fucking plant life just needs the sun is food for plants. What? I'm like, bruv, the fucking sun, yeah? So a light. So you shine a light on a plant and it can eat that. Bro, do you know how fucking out there that is? But then Esau just okay, photosynthesis and you see, and then the blah 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 and this. But the thing is hey, that's a deep spiritual thing. But then it's basically like Esau's a carnal piece of shit.
The fact that you read Genesis where it talks about the herb yielding, basically saying how it's got a seed, has a seed in itself. The plant has a seed in itself. The very fact that it can regenerate, just like us.
Yeah.
It's like us. We can regenerate. Nothing Esau can regenerate itself. You can't make a robot that then makes another robot. Out of nowhere.
It's like even you can chop your arm off and then just hold your arm there and eventually it'll be good. What?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm like, bro, do you understand how fucking out there is? You can chop your leg off and then just and reattach it. And then like after a while, it's good. It works again.
One of ones that get me, no matter what direction you put a seed in the ground, it still knows where up is, and it still knows where the root is.
Hey, bro, did that show Lord's even got a bound for the seed? There's places where two seas meet, and then it won't even cross the border, bro. And you can see like one part of the ocean darker, and the other's like more grey. Like I think it's saltwater fish, stuff like that in the river. They actually don't cross each paths.
So
and Salaki, there's one time there was a guy, he was on a boat, right? And then you'll see showing where sunlight and darkness meet, Well, the one part you see light, the other side's dark. Like that's the Lord, and these things exist, man.
So like when you see a cloud go across the world in summer, like when you see a cloud going across the sun, then you can actually see like the shadow just passing like that. That kind of thing. But then that's the thing is there are these miracles to behold in nature. And if a guy's gonna approach that carnally, you could see someone levitate and fly around, and they would you can see someone's arm just like go, and then
Even a bird. Don't you see birds flying?
Bro, the fucking bumblebee, bro.
I think this brother brought some research one time that the actual birds breathing in and out at the same time, man. So that's why when they fly and they drop down, you actually don't see a bird go catching his breath.
They oxygenate when they're breathing out.
Yeah, like what is that? They're breathing out and oxygenating in.
That's and the thing is we'll go and say
you said the bumblebee, right? The Lord has it whereby this tiny animal, right, the bee, is required for all life. Because it goes around pollinating him. And what has Esau done? Esau's gone around and killed the single most.
And it's like, bruv, they were talking about the bees dying off from one of the mass die-offs was like, it must have been 2011. Fucking, I remember there was a website keeping track. That shit been going on for years, for hundreds of thousands of bees every year. And then it's like 2015 maybe or 16. Then you see research done suggests pesticides could be impacting the mass bee dying off.
No shit.
I was like, you don't fucking say. But that's the retarded. That's how averse to nature this so-called white man is, man. Because, brother, that like I was just gonna say, it's the miracles that you see in nature, bro. That if a man is gonna see that, he's basically spirit is so darkened that he can't eat that. Then, hey man, it's only the Lord can do that, man. hey, they're the same guys that are gonna see miracles done and not believe, man.
This is Psalms 92 and 5. O Lord, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep.
Yeah. So that's and the thing is how the human body works, bro. That shit is just horrendous. I remember I had a set of books how my body works when I was a kid, man. I used to read through it. I broke down like for kids, obviously, just broke down how each of the systems work. But when you actually meditate, bro, you breathe in air, and that's somehow air gets into your blood. What?
Yeah.
And then it only takes the shit it needs. Then it takes the shit you don't need out. And then the tree takes what you don't need and makes what you do need. I'm like, the thing is how are you just gonna say, okay, 4.6 billion years ago was a big bang, and here we are. And then,
but it says more.
Homeostasis.
Yeah.
O Lord, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. It says, a brutish man knoweth not, neither does the fool understand this.
Yeah,
And that's Esau.
Yeah, brutish, man, like a brute beast, man, and basically not able to understand. Hey, you can't get it, man.
This is Psalms chapter 14. The fool has said in his heart that there is no God. They are corrupt and have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good.
Yeah. So that's basically talking about so-called white man, because since he's come on the earth, everything's been going into further and further into disrepair. Everything's fucked out here, man. So and the thing is that's why, hey, this so-called white man, he's the plague that needs to get cleansed from the earth. He's the parasite, man. So if the earth was a living creature, Esau would be the fleece.
Oh yeah, man.
That's it just needs to get cleansed for everything to be in balance, man. And the thing is everything's provided for, man. You don't need to do anything, bro. The apple tree, you plant the seed, you're gonna get some fucking apples eventually, man. And more seeds.
Have a quick one.
God, and then back in Luke after.
Isaiah 24 and 5.
You got precept.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
That's it. And probably way out before, but it's like, hey, he's basically, Esau's fucked up everything, man. He's basically messed with all systems that there's no, bro, they take care of themselves, man. They all take care of themselves. All like the way the world's set up, bro. You don't have to worry about, bro, the fish or for example, fucking ducks flying south. You do not have to send guys out there to chase the ducks south. They know when to fly south, bro. All the everything's been set up, man. That's why it's like, if you're gonna go out of your way to destroy their habitats and systems, you lack understanding, man. That's it. Go on. Get yours.
Just go a quick one. This is Job chapter 30, verse 8. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth.
Yeah, that's it. Children of fools. Because, brothers, you lack understanding, man. If you can't put the pieces together, that hey, the world's good, man. It's even with what do you call it? The so-called melting of the polar ice caps. There was someone put out an article, basically like someone saying stop climate change. I can't remember what it was called, but they basically put out saying like, oh, there's even less like the thickness of the ice in the Arctic, and like it's basically like Earth's gonna be flooded soon. I remember when they were saying like by 2025, like the Earth's gonna be flooded or some shit. They used to say that like it was fact, all up on the news. But like someone else did basically a research. They checked the depth of the ice, and the ice in the Arctic is thicker than it's ever been. So Esau's basically a lying piece of shit.
No shit.
Yeah, bang the Luke.
This is Luke 21 and and 13. And it shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts, not to meditate before what ye shall answer. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist.
Yeah, and that's hey, that's truth, man. Because with that, even with actual, there's these guys that are calling themselves the so-called Jews. They're coming up. They can't say shit. No one can come up and say shit. Guys can come up and try and basically you can't, bro. The truth is the truth. You cannot gainsay it, man. And that's the beauty of it. It's very simple, very straightforward, and it is what it is. Because no matter how much, you know, a guy can bang his head against the wall, there is going to be no profit in a guy plunging another guy in the anus. Like, and it's known scientifically. It's on every level. It's just unprofitable. Yep.
And it says, and ye shall be betrayed, both by parents and brethren and kinsfolks and friends, and some of you they shall cause to be put to death.
Yeah, that's it. So this truth is basically, once you're in this thing, you're cut off. All those ties you so-called had in the world, they get cut off, man. And you're just about Yahawashi and about this work. And that's the beauty of what this thing is, man. This is a thing where it's like, hey man, the thing is you lose the world, but then like when you actually understand, then it's actually a good thing to lose the world, man. Because you're gonna have, bro, people in the world, they're completely lost, man. Guys out here doing some of the most unprofitable things. Like you have guys that will never eat a green. You know, they're always sick, they're always messed up, their stomach never works, but they've not eaten a green piece of the last green thing they ate was a donut. Yeah. They don't eat no greens.
And marzipan.
Yeah, green Haribo. Yeah, green fucking Haribo ring. That's like, and hey, that's the wisdom, man. Because it's like what, even with who was it? With Daniel, I believe, man. About the pulse, like the pulse-based diet. That was basically what sustained life, man. That's what keeps you good. And it's like I'm sure, I think you put in the chat, man, the article about, so is pork is basically giving us cancer, is pork leads to cancer, man. Or was it bacon? I think they mentioned bacon specifically. But it's funny, they've done studies before, like how basically eating pork gives you cancer. And the thing is, you tell people that and they say, yeah, but I'll never stop eating bacon.
I can't just...
I'm like, bro, so you're committing slow smoking, man.
It says on the back.
The only reason anyone ever starts smoking is because they think it looks cool. It's not cool to have your teeth messed up, have your breath permanently stinking, and you can't breathe. Your lung capacity is got.
And the thing is, bro, you know, if you saw how like from like old adverts from the 50s of smoking.
Doctors back in the
It actually made smoking look so sophisticated, and then you have the doctors coming speaking about it in the advert, how great it is.
No advert.
It's had an effect over the time where people died of cancer. It was actually like promoted as a stylish thing. People in suits and bow ties looking all plush, smoking back then. And now look, people have throat cancer. The whole throat's black, you know.
Yeah.
And then they talk with that thing.
Yeah, and smoker's cough. Yeah. Man's got a cough all year round.
Yeah.
That gritty cough. Bro, that is, I'm like, bro, the thing is
East London cough.
That's the thing is, hey, that's the things we have the wisdom to avoid.
Yeah.
Shit. And for real, man, like, what is lacking in a pussy, man, that you need to find the arsehole, bro? It's got everything you need, man. Wet,
warm,
soft, wet, warm, accommodating. It's just like home.
Adaptable, you know.
It adapts, innit? Yeah, that shit adapts. That's a moldable. It molds to you, bro. You plunge it in and it starts to shape like.
But then you just want to stretch a bumbo, man.
Oh man,
stretched. That's wicked, man.
Yeah.
Off. And it says, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake.
For my name's sake, man. So the name is of crucial importance, man. I'm like, bro, that's like, the thing is Bro, Christ and Jesus. Bro, those names have been around for fucking ages, bro. Those names have been around for time.
Hey, y'all.
What rights?
So what's the verse on your heart today?
Myriad verses. Myriad verses. Are you a Christian? Do you believe in
I
Christ?
am.
Okay, well, did you know? So do you believe in Jesus Christ?
Absolutely.
Well, do you know what he looks like?
I've had visions before, but what does he look like to you?
Well, I mean, for me, I take all my beliefs from the Bible.
Yes.
So, you know how it describes how he looks in the Bible? Have you heard like Revelation 1:13?
Which verse?
Revelation 1 and 13.
1 and 13.
Is that with the comes on a horse?
No. You're thinking.
Which one is that one?
That's what I think further into Revelation 9, maybe.
So which one is it?
Revelation chapter
You're
1.
thinking of when he was called faithful and true.
That's
I'll read it.
Revelation.
We'll read it for you. You know. We'll read it for you. You know.
Revelation chapter 1.
Where are you from? You're
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas.
Salam to the Prophet.
Yeah. It's funny. It's like what we're doing. There's guys over there that do the same thing. Regardless.
This is Revelation chapter 1 and 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
I said, so the Son of Man, it's talking about who you call Jesus Christ.
Yes.
So
Clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
So you have like a garment down to the foot, similar to what we wear. And the girdle's like basically a battle belt, like protection from getting stabbed. So you have a golden girdle, it's like a large belt around the midsection.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow.
So you have white woolly hair.
Yes.
So white like wool, white as snow. So if you've seen if you've seen a live sheep's wool, it's basically like an afro. So you have a white woolly afro.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
He had red eyes, and if you go to Genesis 49, I think it's 10, basically says like his eyes will be red with wine. It's like you drink a lot of wine, you get red eyes.
Yeah.
So that's why his eyes were like a flame of fire.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
So his feet were like fine brass, which brass is already brown. If you go into the Greek word, bronze, and it's like fired bronze, so it's like burnt bronze basically, which is very dark. So it's a very dark-skinned man with a white woolly afro.
Amen.
Yeah. So it's you believe that?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's great. That's great.
Thank you for the good word.
That's all right.
Okay.
Nothing wrong. Yeah.
Jesus.
It's cool.
I said this. It's beautiful.
Okay, here are 3 cards that say you are